Hi, you guys. This is another episode of Camp Can I Be Honest? Season 2. I know. Where did the time go, right? This episode's a little bit different. As you can tell, I don't have my backdrop. This is a little bit more prompt, candid, because I had one of my followers reach out to me. And the thing that I have been noticing recently, unfortunately, is that I have been receiving a lot of messages from widows and friends of widows. And it breaks my heart, obviously, because I know the amount of pain that they're going through. But the number one question that I'm seeing being repeated, and one of my followers had just asked, like, Gato, can you please do an episode on your podcast on just, widow to widow, any words of advice or just even any words of guidance for friends that are trying to be there for widows, right? And the one thing that I have told a lot of these people that have reached out is I have said, especially to the friends, and especially if the friends are married, right? Is please, please, I say this with so much love. Do not take it to any offense. But when someone loses their significant other, their entire world, they really don't want to be reminded by being around people who are married or in a relationship, or there's no jealousy, it has nothing to do with that. It's just the what ends up happening by accident is that friends will like say my husband or my wife or my this or my, and you don't mean to, but it's almost just like a trigger, and it just reminds those that have lost their significant other of they don't have their family anymore, right? Like their entire life is completely gone overnight, and within seconds. And so I've been sharing with a lot of the friends that have reached out about just, the best advice that I could give is just be there for them, listen to them, let them repeat stories over and over again. It's just part of the process. Everybody handles grief very differently. And this can even go just losing somebody really important to you, right? Losing a super significant person. And what does that mean? That means like love is love and grief is leftover love. And when it comes to processing grief, when it comes to handling grief, and I'm coming from the expertise of just myself, my own journey, what I've gone through, how I've been able to help other people with just sharing my story, right? And just sharing my experience, where I failed, where I went wrong, my messiness, um, was that grief is so different for a lot of us. Some people go into obviously super survival mode. Some will numb immediately, which is usually normally alcohol and drugs. But at the end of the day, it's that initial pain, that reminder of that pain, of the loss that you no longer have that person. And I actually ended up having a conversation today with somebody about grief. They had lost their father. And it was the best way that I could describe it is that I said, you know what? You are no longer that version of you pre losing them, if that makes any sense. A piece of you, a part of you, the whole part of you is gone. That's the pre you. There's now a post you. Like I've always shared, when I share my story and I tell people about my grief and how I've managed and the way I've been able to do things going forward, is I always say, like, that version of Carolina that was in the car with Andres died that day. She died. She's not here anymore. A new version had to emerge, a new version of myself. So when I talk to people about the grief that they have, a lot of the times they'll say, I just want to go back to like how I was before. I just want to be that person, like when my dad was around or when my husband was around. I just want to be that person again. And I always have to gently remind them, well, that person doesn't really exist anymore. And again, we're all different. We all do grief differently, but it's one of those things where there's a new version of you now. And that new version of you, unfortunately, has to hug the pain and has to move forward and has to decide what's this new life going to look like without them. And I think that's the part that hurts the most, because it's having to realize that it's having to take that baby step forward of life without them. And that hurts. I have lost a lot of people in my life, even just now thinking about all the family members that I've lost. I've lost all my grandparents. I've lost my uncle, who was our gentle giant, my tia Yolanda, my oldest cousin, who was the first one to go to college. We've lost so many people. And I always say, like, man, we have such a big family, but there's so much beauty and there's so much pain in having a big family. You know, I recently lost my uncle Arturo, which I feel like that was really painful to see just my cousins have to lose their dad. Grief isn't meant to be perfect. Grief is a lot of emotion. Grief is so beautiful. Grief is a beautiful reminder of how much they meant to us and how much we miss them and how we evolve and grow, because there's no going back to the person we were before losing them. So a lot of the times I'll cry and then I'll just smile because I'll just think of all the beautiful fond memories that I have of everybody that I miss so deeply. You know, those of you that follow me on social media, you know, like, I'm very spiritual. So for me, a lot of the times, you know, I will ask my angels, I will tell them, like, please take care of me, please protect me. You know, if this is meant for me, like, I know you're going to show me a sign, or you'll be there for me, or you have my back. And let me tell you, my angels always come through every time I ask for guidance, every time I ask, you know, especially after getting laid off. There were so many times that I was scared and I was like, just please tell me I'm on the right track, that I'm going to be okay, you know? And I just share that transparently, candidly, because at the end of the day, I just want people to know, like, no one's life is perfect. We all struggle with something, but the conversations that I keep having over and over again are about grief. And it is really hard around the holidays because you just miss them so much. And I would always tell myself in the beginning of my journey was, okay, Caro, you woke up today, right? Finding the gratitude and the beauty in every day was, okay, Caro, you woke up today, little by little. Okay, Caro, you know, you're able to do another day, right? Little by little. Surround yourself with love. And if you have a supportive family, you're super blessed. For me, I was very lucky to have my tia and my cousins and everybody that I lived with after the accident. That for me really, really helped me in my healing, especially in the beginning. While my parents were fighting for their lives, literally. And that's why I feel like now that I'm older, I'm evolving. And that's another part of the grief that I was talking about today when I was talking to this young lady about losing her dad. Was I wanted to give her the heads up. I said, look, you know, I'm a cuarentona. I said, as your older cuarentona sister, you know, I'm days away from turning 41. It was what I'm learning about grief, especially when I allow her to visit, just like now, right? When I allow her to visit, is as we age and become ageless, is that your grief evolves with you. It changes. I think I was very much in survival mode, especially before meeting my husband. And after meeting him, I can just say that I've been able to be in a much softer space, a much softer era, more feminine, definitely not in survival mode anymore, which I'm truly lucky and blessed. But that's also evolved with my grief, which means the grief is now different. You allow yourself to feel more. And what I was sharing with the young lady today was that there comes a period in everybody's levels of grief is where you need to be kind to yourself. Just be kind, because we're so hard on ourselves. No, just get this done and get this done and do this and do, just go, right? which I also feel is part of the survival mode. But slowing down means you have to feel. And again, there's 5 stages of grief, and there's no perfect order. And you could be in one stage for a year, you could be another stage for 2 years. Like it's not in any order. So like you could be in denial, you can be in anger, you can be in the bargaining phase, you can be in the acceptance, the depression. It changes. And it doesn't go in that order either. It can be you're in the acceptance phase in the beginning, and then depression after, and then anger. You're just angry of what's going on, and again, grief is very different for everybody. And if you're somebody who you're trying to be there for a friend, just let them fall apart. Be the safe space for them. Let them talk. The one piece of advice that I always give to anybody who reaches out to me for a widow, or just anybody who loses anybody, is that I say, when you ask somebody how they're doing, there's a key word that changes everything when it comes to asking somebody about how they're doing. And it's, hey, Caro, how are you doing today? Adding the word today is a game changer tremendously, because you are making the person think of just today. Because I feel like I got triggered so many times when people would reach out to me and be like, or just see me and be like, oh my God, Caro, how are you? And I'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? How am I? I'm a mess. My whole world is gone, right? But it was different when I had my mentor reach out to me and say, Caro, how are you doing today? I was like, oh, today wasn't as heavy, but I don't know what tomorrow's going to be. But just little by little. I think that was my saving grace that I always told myself every day from the moment everything happened for me was, okay, I have to figure this out little by little. I don't need to have all the answers right now, but I just have to figure this out little by little. And saying that over and over again really helped me. So again, just because I've had so many people reach out, again, unfortunately, about grief and how to be there specifically for a widow, please don't take any of it to offense. We're just so broken, and we're just really struggling with everything that's going on. Life is really hard, and we're taking it minute by minute. It has nothing to do with you. It's really just the pain the person is going through. So let them be a mess. Let them cry. Let them say the same story over and over and over again. We just need a safe space. We just need somebody who can be there for us. I was very blessed and very grateful for the friends that I have who truly understood when to give me the space, when not to give me the space, when they could see that I was in pain, and also when I just wanted to cry and share stories over and 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 over again, right? And that's okay. But again, please don't ever pressure yourself. Don't ever compare your journey to anybody else's. That's in anything in life, but please don't ever compare your grief to anybody else. Losing a loved one is the hardest thing to do in life. And when I think about everybody that I've lost and how much I miss all of them, it's okay. I just want you to know it's okay. So I didn't expect that I was going to cry this much on this episode. It felt really strong, especially after having so many people reach out literally recently, but in the past couple of weeks. And then to have the request to a widow, to anybody who's lost somebody, to anybody who's feeling heavy grief right now during the holidays, you're not alone. You're not. Please know that your angels, the person you lost, is always with you. And they love you so much. Please ask for guidance. Please ask for them to visit you in a dream. Please ask for them to be there for you. And I promise you they will. It's unfair that they had to go, and it's okay to be a little angry and upset. Do what's right for you. No one is going to know what you need but you. But at the end of the day, if there's anything that you can take from this entire episode, is please be kind to yourself. You're not meant to have it together after losing somebody so significantly. Don't let society pressure you. Don't let the holidays get to you. Please know whatever you're feeling is so valid and it's okay. But I hope this was helpful. I'm definitely here if anybody ever needs to reach out, DM, anything, email me. I just thought it was important to just share. Again, I didn't think I was going to cry this much, but I always like to keep it unfiltered and pretty honest on how things are. And please just take care of yourself. To the friends that are listening, thank you so much for just caring about your friend and being there for them. Please know that this is going to be a process. And, next year will be 10 years that Andres has been gone, and so many more years from everybody else that I've lost. Anytime grief comes to visit me, I always thank her for reminding me how beautiful those memories were, and how it's okay to be a mess, and it's okay to cry. It's okay to miss them, that I don't have to put a brave face. I just have to remember that, not to stay here, right? That was always my conversation with grief. I would always say, okay, you can visit. You can come and visit me, but you can't stay. And again, just thank you guys for your time. And I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to come on here and just speak from the heart, especially after so many conversations that I was having when it came to grief. So again, please take care of yourself. I know the holidays are coming. Please know that it's okay and you're not alone. And I can't wait to bring you guys more episodes for season 2. But I think this one was just fitting for the start of this season. So thank you again for your time. I really, really appreciate all of you guys. And thank you for listening to Cam. Can I Be Honest?